Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark,
I'm Rob.
and today we're going to talk about ESPN's analyst Chiney Ogwumike about Caitlin Clark being the most impactful player in a generation. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so and hit the notification bell when you do. So, Rob, I have mixed feelings about this quotes that I'm about to do because Chiney Ogwumike did not support Caitlin Clark being on the Olympic team. For number one, she's one of the black females on ESPN. She played in the WNBA. She was the number one pick at one time coming out of college. Very good player, but not a super great player. Mm-hmm. And also, Rob, I'm just wondering how long before she has to walk this back? 24, 48 hours before she has to take it back?
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. She said Caitlin Clark is the most impactful player that I've seen hit the scene. Not even in just basketball, but in sports in a generation, for how she moves the needle, not only with viewership, but with business. And that rising tide lifts all boats. Caitlin Clark is bringing it to new heights, exponential heights, and it's bringing and ushering the moment that we've always been waiting for. Let's talk about that first, Rob. Go ahead.
I think there's going to be an ESPN is going to be that. Remember that song "Meeting in the Ladies' Room" after she said that.
Is she in trouble, Rob?
Yep, I think there's going to be a meeting in the ladies' rooms. They'll be back real soon.
Well, first of all, what she said was 100% true. In fact, I would say she's the most impactful athlete since Michael Jordan, and I don't even think it's close. It doesn't even matter what sport. And we talk about basketball, and we talk about business-wise. She obviously moves the needle more than anybody else. So what she said was absolutely true. The key point was that she said Caitlin Clark moved it exponentially. And that's what we're trying to point out to these people. They said, oh, we were growing all along. And no, you weren't. You were growing all along by like 5%. And in fact, you were more popular the first couple of years in the league. So that's bullcrap. And she at least acknowledged that, Rob. So I give her credit for saying that this was, boom, it would have taken him a lot longer. It would have taken 10 more years what Caitlin Clark did in 1 year. And she's basically saying that. So I give her credit for saying that, Rob.
This move that Caitlin Clark was here this season, and what were the ratings and how the WNBA would be. Just imagine.
Right. All right. She went on to say more things. I think a lot of times when we speak positively on other players, people take it as a shot to Caitlin. It's not. You have to celebrate those who are advancing the game, but also recognize that Caitlin is doing things at a speed, at light speed for us, with our business, our growth, and our viewership. Now, Rob, that is 100% true, and I'm glad she's acknowledging that, except for the fact that I don't agree with her that Caitlin Clark fans see that as a shot when we say positive things about other players. I see it as the other way around.
Right.
When we say how popular and great Caitlin Clark is, they go, oh, what about these other players? I go, well, we didn't say they were bad just because Caitlin Clark. We said Caitlin Clark is good. It's so interesting that she's got completely backwards in terms of what
just
really
them.
happened.
Well, Mark, not just them, is that other players, other people are saying, well, what about these other players? You're promoting Caitlin Clark. What about the other players? Just like the Olympic coach. Look at me. How come you're not looking at me?
Right. So I found that interesting that she said that when it's really just the opposite. And she doesn't realize that we do care about the other players somewhat, as long as they start acting better. If they're going to be, they're all going to be jealous and envious and put down Caitlin Clark and try to hold her down and stuff. Yeah, well, we're going to be insulted by that. But you can talk about the past. We talked about the past before about past players all the time, but they weren't as popular, and they just have to accept that. And they're not really as great as people say they were. This is like, I'm like I said, I hadn't watched since 2016. Mm-hmm. I went on boycott after they didn't put Candace Parker in the Olympic team, but I'm surprised that the talent hasn't gotten better since then, to be quite honest, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to stay at that level, just a very even level. You have some players that come in, they do well, but the level has been very even until now. Now the levels, I think it's going to start going up in the next 2 or 3 years. The level of talent is going to be going up. And how are they going to, and Caitlin Clark is just the one who's showing them, like, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what's happening. And you're going to have to accept it and deal with it.
Right, Rob. Is for me, it's like, okay, they have like no post moves, they miss layups, you know, and not many great passers in the league just besides Caitlin Clark and Chelsea Gray. I mean, there's really not a lot of great passers in the league. So I don't think the talent is nearly as good as they think it is. You know, there's some great players, but they're still limited in abilities. They can hit the 3-point shot, okay. I'll give them that. But
Right.
it's not as talented as I think it should be at this level, considering how popular basketball it is. And it's played all over the world. So even players from other countries come here and play.
Right.
So, but that's all we want. They keep emphasizing the pass. That's fine. You're not the first league that had a pass. We get that.
Right. Right.
I don't see the NFL and the NBA keep saying, "Hey, why aren't you talking about Bob Cousy and Bart Starmore?" It's like, okay, well, because they played 50 years ago.
Yeah, 11 million years ago. So okay. We know.
Well, anyways, I'm wondering, Rob, is she going to get that little email, or are they going to bring her to the office and you go, you can't say such great things about Caitlin Clark. We have an agenda here. We got to hold her down. We got to make sure Angel Reese is Rookie of the Year. We can't say that she's more popular than Angel Reese. We got to make it sound like it's 1-2, even though Caitlin Clark is 10 times more popular. We can't let the public know that.
I told you, Mark, there's going to be a meeting in the ladies' room. That's all I have to say.
I don't know, Rob. This is going to hold up for like 24, 48 hours, and then they're going to say something to her, and we'll see what happens. But what she said was just obvious, but just that nobody else would be admitting this until now, Rob. This is the first time someone said, yeah, this big growth is because of Caitlin Clark. It's not because, we're growing all along. So finally, exponentially, that's the key word there, Rob. And she talked about it from a business standpoint too, and which they don't get. Rob, she's saying that a rising tide lifts all boats, but she didn't see it because she didn't want Caitlin Clark on the Olympic team.
Right.
She said silly things. Well, what if Caitlin Clark doesn't play like you think she's going to do? She looks tired in practice. How's she going to look? If she doesn't perform like you think she's going to, didn't get the playing time. How is it going to look that Chelsea Gray can't even run, and that Diana Taurasi is too old? How's that going to look? Yeah. She didn't think about that.
So they're all lining, Mark. They're all lining up. So that's what's happening. They're all lining up, and they see what's going on, and they can't. See. You can only deny something that's right in front of you for so long.
This is just some damage control, but it's not totally going to work because we're too smart for that.
Yeah.
The public is not dumb. We know what happened. We know why she's not on the team. All right.
Sorry.
Anyways, let us know what you think of this video. And hit the like button if you do. Make some comments down below. And we're going to go live today, Rob, at 2 to 5 Eastern time for the Olympics. Join us for that. And our normal live show is from 6 to 8 on Monday nights, but we're not going to do it this Monday because the Olympics or our major holidays. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell when you do. We're going for 3,000 and we need your help. Yep. And if you want to donate to this channel, there's super chats down below and also the link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.